Hey Sagittarius, let's go ahead. We're going to tap in for this 2026 year ahead guidance for you. I'm going to start by pulling from the Whispers of Healing Oracle deck to see what your overall energy is. Then we'll transition into the 12 card tarot spread. I'll be using the Tattoo Tarot for you all today. Hang in with me until the end. I will be pulling a charm for you as well to close out your reading. All right. So these readings are a bit longer. I do encourage you to watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus placements. Take breaks, pause, take notes too. Pull out that journal and pen. Okay. We're going to get you some guidance for this upcoming year. All right, so let's get into it. Spirit, thank you so much for connecting me with the Sagittarius Collective. Please allow me to channel these messages with ease, grace, accuracy, and precision so I can provide the Sagittarius Collective with the insight, clarity, and guidance that they are seeking in reference to 2026 and navigating that with the most ease, with the most clarity, and in the most alignment with their highest selves and highest destined path. Spirit, we do thank you so much for your insight, clarity, and guidance that you bring. We thank you for your healing, your protection, most importantly, your love. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Let's see what we got going on for my Saggy babies. I feel like I have a card. I thought it was flipped over. Okay, that's interesting. Who just got this? Scorpio. Some of you might have Scorpio placements in your charts. All right. So this is the year of acceptance for you, relinquishing control, how you thought things were going to play out. Spirit has something even better in store for you. You are not being punished because things aren't working out exactly according to plan. Okay. So it's really important that you remember that there is a higher power. There is a higher intelligence that is working in your life, okay? I know, like, you guys, I mean, most people, we have an idea, a vision in mind for how we think things are going to play out. But that leaves sometimes very little room for magic to just kind of do what it do, all right? To embrace the surprises I'm getting in life, okay? So that might be something that you're kind of leaning into a bit more this year, and just kind of trusting what is unfolding in your life. Somebody could be 49 years old. 9 plus 4 is 13. So you could have been born on the 13th. That could be a important number for you. Also 1 plus 3, that would add up to a 4 in numerology. So April can be a significant month for you here as well, especially the full moon in April, which will be on April 1st. There will be a full moon in Libra, okay? So you might want to mark your calendar for that date. But I like how she's just riding on these little fish here, riding the wave. So this is the year, Sagittarius, where you just kind of need to ride the wave. All right. So we're going to get some tarot cards, see what comes out for you from the Tattoo Tarot. So let me just give them a shuffle here. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. This is the one. All right. Let's get into it. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit so we can see see these cards up close. Okay, let's check underneath the deck, see what the overall energy is. We have the King of Cups. I love that, okay? So you guys are tapping in with a more emotional side of yourself. Emotional maturity is huge for you. Emotional maturity, mastery this year, because there are going to be certain things that are happening for you, as mentioned, that are going to be out of your control. And this isn't the first year that you've experienced that, okay? If you've lived life long enough, you've experienced circumstances that are just not within your control. But you're going to be reacting to these things in a different way this year. At least that's what you're being challenged to do in developing this greater sense of emotional resilience is something that I'm picking up on as well. The King of Cups, he is able to stay calm even in the midst of the storms that, you know, might be kind of brewing around him and things of that nature. To be honest, most of your cards are really good. You have a few that might be a little challenging here. But, you know, you guys are going to definitely be able to navigate through them. I'm going to get clarifiers on those more challenging energies to just get a little more insight into that. Some of you could have water placements in your chart. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You know, these areas of your life might be highlighted a little bit more for you this year, okay? So you might want to look to your natal chart in the water houses. Maybe there's some transits going on there or something. So let's get into it. Starting off with January, we do have the Devil. Now, I will say the Devil is Capricorn energy. We do have Capricorn season during January, so there could be something significant about that, all right? You might be, I'm getting workaholic, so you might be really locked in when it comes to the material realm. Sometimes the Devil can be someone who's a little too materialistic. So you do want to kind of find the balance there when it comes to that, okay? Now, the Devil can also be obsessions. It could be temptations. It can be your vices. The things that are a little unhealthy in your life. So that too might be something that you're needing to address, especially here. It could be some sort of toxic connection that is coming into focus in January that you really are needing to either separate yourself from, or you're needing to work through and heal whatever the toxicity is between you and this person. I'm going to get a clarifier for you on this Devil energy, okay? Let's see what this Devil is for Sagittarius spirit. What is this Devil for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. What is this Devil for Sagittarius spirit? Okay, we'll take those two. We have the Knight of Cups, all right. Some of you, it might be drinking that you kind of need to reel in if that's maybe one of your vices. Let's see. We also have the Knave of Coins here. It's interesting. Both of these kind of came out in the reverse. So for some of you, this could be the toxic connection that we're seeing. So it would be between, and these could be placements you have in your chart as well, but we have an earth sign and a water sign. All right. For some of you, with these coming up in the reverse here as well, this could be a lack of emotional maturity. Okay. That could be something that's coming through here. Then we also have the Knave of Coins coming up in the reverse. So it's like a poor investment of your energy, your time, your resources. Okay, so something you could be investing in is not really a good investment, essentially. Be mindful. Could be somebody you're dating with the Knight of Cups. You know, this is someone who's kind of playing the field, exploring their options, you know, things of that nature. And that could be something that you're needing to kind of be a little more intentional about, especially with both of these energies coming up in the reverse. This could even be spending habits of yours as well that you need to kind of get in check here. But yeah, that's definitely what's going on here for some of you. I'm getting interesting, a strong message for those of you that are parents. These could be children in your life that you might be enabling in some capacity. Okay. That you need to set more, I heard restrictions with, firmer boundaries with, because yeah, you could be contributing to some of their own toxicity here as well. It's very interesting. All right. So let's move on. Some of y'all might have options. Maybe a water sign, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Because we do see in February you have the Three of Swords, which sometimes can be a little love triangle, some. Okay. So this could also be an energy of breakups here as well. So I'm going to get a clarifier on this for you also, because there might be a little challenge here when it comes to relationships. It does seem to be starting off a little rocky for you in January and February. Okay. They will improve, but let's see what this Three of Swords is for Sagittarius. So, I mean, this might not be the most fun Valentine's Day. Unless you're single and exploring options. I mean, some of y'all might have 2 Valentines. Let's see. What is this Three of Swords for Sagittarius? 8 of Swords. You're in your head about, maybe cutting someone off, because it does look like you are kind of moving towards maybe a commitment. I do see that in some other cards here. So you're probably going to end up having to let somebody down. I mean, it's not your job to manage people's emotions. That comes with emotional maturation as well, is not leading someone on because you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings. Like, that's just a part of dating. It just kind of is what it is. You'll hurt their feelings more if you continue to lead them on. And in some cases, you know, they might end up finding out that there's, you know, somebody else that you're more invested in, which, you know, they might end up finding out when you tell them the truth anyway. But it's just like the longer that you kind of prolong the process, the more painful it can be. Let me get another clarifier, because that's a challenging card too here with the 8 of Swords. Because yeah, I'm even seeing with the star in the middle, there could be someone that you do have your sights set on when it comes to a commitment. There could be someone that is more of the star in your eyes. Let's see here. We have the 9 of Coins coming out. Some of you might just want to be single here as well. I don't know. Maybe you don't want either of these options. They both came up in the reverse, if I'm being honest. So yeah, you might end up breaking it off with both of these people and just kind of choosing to do your own thing here with the 9 of Coins. This is someone that's independent, you know, really focused on their money, their career. They kind of like spending their money on themselves, not really in a space where they're wanting to necessarily be splurging on somebody else per se. So yeah, that might be where the letdown comes from for some of you. For others of you, it could be you might be feeling a little lonely during this Valentine's Day. In January, if you did kind of cut some people off, or vice versa, you might be feeling it in February, like, damn, I ain't got a Valentine, like that type of thing. Just focus on yourself. The 9 of Coins is a good card for like doing something nice for yourself. Go buy yourself a gift. Go treat yourself to a nice luxurious experience, right? Love on yourself. You have value, whether you're single, whether you are coupled. You know, show yourself how much you love yourself during Valentine's Day. So that might be the focus there. But I mean, the energy does quickly shift as we move into March. We have the Four of Wands, which is an energy of partnership, taking a relationship to the next level or connecting with someone that you do see a lot of long-term potential with, possibly engagement, marriage, living together, all that stuff. Okay. This is someone that kind of, they match your fire too, because you are a fire sign. So maybe they've got some fire placements in their chart. I'm noticing the diamond here. Maybe some Aries placements, because diamonds are associated with April, I believe. That's their birthstone. We have Aries season during April. So yeah, for some of you, there is, you know, regardless of their zodiac sign, you could view this person as kind of like a diamond in the rough or something like that. You know, this would be someone that you do find a lot of value in, and vice versa. It's not just a one-sided thing. The Four of Wands is a very balanced, mutual, reciprocal energy that you have here. If this isn't about romance, this can be about creative or entrepreneurial connections here as well that look really phenomenal, honestly. Okay, so this is a really good match when it comes to collaboration at this time. For some of you, there can be some changes going on with home. Maybe you're relocating. Why did I say that like that? Relocating? Maybe you're relocating in March. That can be significant for you as well. Yeah, that diamond for some of you, that is giving engagement, proposal. So, you know, a relationship could be going to a higher level of commitment here in March. So congratulations to you on that. Maybe there's a wedding. For some of you, you could be getting invited to be a part of somebody's wedding, you know, something like that. Okay, but it's definitely a beautiful energy that you're working with here with that Four of Wands. A lot of security, stability, and just happiness abounds. Okay, moving on to April. In April, we do have a Seven of Wands, okay? So this is going to require you, I just saw 1717 on the screen. That can be an angel number for you. To be determined, to not back down, okay? To push through, to fight for something, okay? So, you know, for some of you, this can be regarding your business. If you're an entrepreneur, if you do anything creative, it's like pushing through maybe creative blockages that you're dealing with. Or, you know, sometimes it's just like, there's nothing really moving with my plans or whatever. But it's like, I'm going to dig in my heels. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to persevere. Okay. So there can be an element of that coming through as well. Be mindful of the Seven of Wands. I'm just kind of seeing it in another deck, the Light Seers Tarot. I'm seeing that illustration, which is very much a crabs in the bucket kind of card. So you might be leveling up in some major ways, and there could be people around you that kind of want to bring you back down to where you used to be. They don't really like the growth on you because it triggers them and makes them feel like, oh, maybe I need to grow too. And maybe the fuck they do, okay? Then maybe they should be inspired and motivated by the changes you're making, but instead they want to stay stuck in their comfort zone, I heard, in their mediocrity. And, you know, you don't have to be down on their level at all. So some of you might be asserting some sort of boundaries here where you're like, nah, baby, like you can be mediocre by yourself. I'm meant to be great. Okay, so that can definitely be an energy that's coming through for you during April as well. All right, I did mention that full moon in Libra on April 1st for you. That could be significant. You know, you might be noticing Libra represents relationships. You might be noticing where you are not equally yoked with people. And this doesn't have to just be in a romantic connection. This could be with a friend. This could be with people that you work with, whoever, all right, where you're like, yeah, you just really aren't on my level. And I'm in a season where I am leveling up in life. I'm maybe growing up in some major ways here, bossing up in some major ways. And, you know, unless you want to get on my wave and be on this level with me, then I might really kind of create some space, some distance there. So yeah, some of you could be doing that. You might even in some cases be blocking people or a person out of your life or from communicating with you. Moving on to the Two of Coins here in May, we have this energy of trying to bring things into balance, especially when it comes to your finances. This can also be an energy of work-life balance here as well, where, I did mention some tendencies of like being a workaholic back in January. So, as we kind of get over into May, this can just be a subtle reminder there to balance work and play, okay? Not to take everything so seriously, right? You do want to handle your business and your responsibilities, but you also want to make sure you're having a good time, right? Indulging your inner child, doing the things that you enjoy doing. So that's going to be really important for you as well. I heard making time for someone, especially for those of you that might be in a more established commitment here this year. Your significant other might be feeling like, never have enough time for me, like that type of thing. So, yeah, you might be kind of, making that time for them. Some of you might have two streams of income. You could have a main job, a 9 to 5. You might have like a part-time gig, a side hustle or something like that. So there is a lot that you're balancing on your plate here, but definitely just make sure you're finding that time, not even to just play as well, but to rest. Okay, Sagittarius, you guys can be quite the busybody, so it's going to be really important for you to slow down, be intentional about that, indulging in your rest too, and not feeling guilty about it. Some of you might sometimes experience that sense of guilt when you're just doing nothing. You might be feeling like, oh, I'm supposed to be productive right now. Like, chill. It's okay to just chill. Like, whatever you like to do, Netflix, read a book, go hang out in nature. I heard like fall asleep in the park or something like that. Maybe some of you will be out in the sun, just taking you a little nap out in the park or something like that. But whatever it is, definitely get your rest, okay? Moving into June, we have the Ten of Coins. So as I mentioned, definitely strong partnership coming through here. Ten of Coins can be about building for the future, building a legacy with someone, whether that's with a romantic partner or whether that's in a more professional, business-oriented type of way here as well. For some of you, this can be a work situation that's coming into focus. Either way, money looks really good. You got the 9 of Coins and the 10 of Coins. So some of you could definitely be getting yourselves right financially, like independent, in an independent way during the first quarter. Then during the second quarter, you do seem to like team up with somebody. So many of you can be joining your finances with like a significant other, with a spouse. For others of you, like I said, maybe you have your own business, but you're going to be merging with like another business in some capacity. And it looks really good. It's very fruitful. It's very promising. Some of you could be making an investment into property. You could also be receiving like an inheritance or something like that as well, to, help you create this solid foundation and future for yourselves. But this looks really good. I'm drawn to the diamonds again because the diamond was a part of that 4 of Wands. Now I'm seeing the diamonds a part of this 10 of Coins here. So it's like you've got yourself a gem, whoever it is that you're connected to, whether it's in a romantic or kind of professional business way. It looks really sturdy here. Like this is going to be something that's built to last. For many of you, this is going to be a connection where you with somebody until you old. Okay. For others of you, this is, maybe something you're going to be working on, till the time you retire or something like that. Okay. But it looks really, really solid. I like to see that. Let's move on next to July. we have the Knave of Swords. So this would be the Page of Swords. For some of you, you could be studying something, researching, learning. This is a time of intellectual expansion and growth, okay? So, you know, you might be fairly new to something, maybe feeling a little intimidated by whatever this is, but you are going to be just fine, okay? Through experience is your greatest teacher, all right? So that's what I'm getting here as well. I'm kind of getting the energy of an apprenticeship. If you're starting a new job, this is like the training and development stage of that, really learning, what you're going to be doing, right? For others of you, there could be a significant air sign that you're connecting to here in July, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all right? Maybe they are, partnering up with you in some capacity. Typically, this can be someone that's younger than you, okay? Whether this is like a mentee, somebody that's kind of looking up to you, learning from you, maybe an intern or something like that, an assistant, in some cases a child, because I'm picking up on some of you like have a child or children, okay? So this could definitely be like a child of yours that's just like a little sponge, and they're just like trying to learn everything that they can from you, okay? So set a good example, set a solid example, be the King of Cups, right? Because that is your overall energy for the year. That's the vibe that you're really stepping into. Maybe that's what you're having to accept for many of you. Because I feel like you're so free-spirited and you like to do your own thing, it might feel a little daunting having to be responsible for other people, okay? But I think this is a year where you are meant to step into that, embrace that. It's actually an honor, for others to kind of look to you for guidance. I heard structure in some cases. Whatever it is they're looking up to you for, inspiration, motivation. So I do see there could be somebody in your realm that's definitely looking up to you in that capacity, okay? Moving on next to August, we have death here. So there could be a cycle that is coming to a close. It's underneath that Three of Swords that we had there. What was the other card? Let me see. The Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Coins, okay? I don't know. For some of you, it just could be circling back to that, a death to being single in some cases, because many of you do seem to be transitioning into higher levels of commitment. For some of you, there could be someone circling back that you did break things off with. They might be kind of popping back up into your energies, shooting you a text or something like that. And it's interesting, it's two heads here. And I mentioned some of you could be turning down two people. You could be turning them down, vice versa. They might be turning you down. Regardless of who's turning down who, it's for the best, okay? So yeah, those connections kind of need to be left behind. And these don't just have to be romantic in nature. One of them is with the Knight of Cups. The Knave might be somebody that you work with in some capacity. But with them coming up in the reverse, it's not really the best energy. They're not reliable, okay? They're not reliable. I'm also getting they think they know everything. So they're not really willing to learn, like this Knave of Swords is that you could be connecting to. So yeah, you kind of want to leave those relationships where you left them earlier this year. Let's get a clarifier on this. It is a little bit more of a challenging card. The rest of your cards are just gorgeous. I mean, for the most part, your spread is pretty good. You just have a few challenging energies. That's too many cards, y'all. You can't do that. It was like fucking 10 cards. We're not doing that. I'm gonna try this again. See what this death energy is for Sagittarius. What is death energy for Sagittarius? You got the moon in the reverse. Okay, so people that have been kind of lurking in the shadows, watching you from a distance. I'll show it to you in the upright. Once again, there's this element of two. Okay, this could be two people howling at the moon for you, missing you or something like that. Somebody could be a Pisces, a Cancer with that Knight of Cups that came up in the reverse. Let me see if we can kind of end this on a lighter note. Let me get another clarifier for this death, the moon. Ooh, death and the moon together. I don't really like that. Somebody could be praying that something doesn't work for you, that there's a death to something. If you're in a committed relationship, they don't want to see you in that relationship. They don't want to see you move on. They don't want to see you boss up. If you got a promotion at your job or something, they don't want to see that shit, okay? So I would honestly steer clear, because I don't know, not everybody's into the woo and doing spell work and shit, but these two together, it could very well be somebody, if they're not doing spell work, they're definitely just kind of like preying on the downfall of something, okay? So get your protection work up, especially during August. Okay, is that flipped out? Protection work up, definitely. Yeah, Six of Wands in the reverse. They're preying on your downfall. They're preying on you not having success with something. I'm gonna just stop there because I could keep clarifying, but definitely people that don't want to see you win in love, in career, business, just in life in general. They don't want to see you win without them, okay? I heard tag along. So these are honestly people that have kind of been riding your coattails, to be honest. Like, that can't create success for themselves, so they just kind of want to ride your wave, essentially. Don't let them, okay? Moving on to September, we have a star. I love this. You are the star. People can't stop you. Like, these niggas can't hold you back, okay? Niggas, bitches, whoever it is, they can't hold you back. You are the star. You are meant to have success. There could be a wish coming true for you here during September. This is just going to be a really beautiful time for you, okay? Where it feels like the stars are aligning, everything's falling into place. This could be a very healing energy coming through for you as well. It's underneath that Four of Wands. So I do think maybe something with you and whoever this Four of Wands that you are in this connection with, this commitment with, there could be something really positive happening for the both of you during this time. This is really beautiful. Some of you could be getting recognition. This could even be fame in some cases. Like, people know your name. Even if it's on a smaller scale, like in the workplace, everybody's going to hear about you because you just got some amazing promotion or some shit. Like, do you hear about such and such? Like, it could be a situation like that going on. This is really beautiful. If you do anything within the limelight, you got a platform, even just your social media, you know, your social media might be blowing up. Probably can't say that. YouTube be so goddamn sensitive these days. I really don't give a fuck. But yeah, like, something could be taken off for you. Something could be going viral. You could be getting like a lot of followers or something, subscribers, whatever platform you're on. But it looks really good. So enjoy that. You deserve it. And that's why these people are lurking around, because they can sense, people can sense when good things are coming your way. And they knew it. They came in literally the month before this star comes in. So don't get tempted. Because this is the type of shit, like, when you engage with this, it'll block your blessing, okay? It can definitely, I heard down in the dirt, like, they want you down in the dirt with them. Dirty ass motherfuckers. Moving on. October, we have Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, like things are turning for you in a really positive direction here. Fortune favors the bold is something that I'm getting as well. So, you know, y'all a fire sign. Y'all some bold ass motherfuckers. So y'all gonna make it do what it do. Okay? And through that bold action that you take, there is blessings that, you know, come into fruition for you. So we love to see that. Right? Somebody could be getting some not so good karma while you're on top of the wheel. You're literally just feeling amazing, having all these wins and stuff. There could be somebody that's like on the bottom of the wheel and just like, oh, well, what about me? What about you, bitch? Like, do the work in your own damn life and stop trying to ride on my coattails. Like, I just keep getting that message coming through where people were kind of banking on your success to be their success. And baby, this ain't that, okay? So, you know, this is your win. It is well deserved. Yeah, you deserve it. And I do get, even with the Wheel of Fortune, a lot of eyes on you. Okay, and remember, all those eyes aren't good eyes. Some of those eyes are evil eyes that, you know, was coming through here with this moon. Look, you might have somebody trying to do a little magic on your ass. It's gonna backfire though. You might want to light up reversible candles. I ain't gonna hold you. You might want to keep a reversible candle lit like all year long. That would be my recommendation for you. I always suggest a white candle too, you know, representing your ancestors, your spirits and shit. But those two, keep a white candle lit and keep a reversible candle lit. And I'm telling you, anytime you see some black on that reversible candle, or really any candle, know that yes, there has been some opposition that's been trying to get in your way. But your spirits are working and making it do what it do and clearing that shit out for you. But you know, that just goes to show that, damn, there are people that like trying to oppose me and shit and trying to have me experience failure and loss and, you know, just a bunch of bullshit. Okay, so keep that candle, those two candles lit. All right. Moving on to the November, Eight of Wands just keeps on getting better and better. Okay, so Eight of Wands is rapid growth, progress, expansion. Nothing is stopping you. This is just definitely the energy of like being unstoppable. All right. And I do feel like a lot of you just weeded out the distractions and the things that were kind of slowing down a lot of your progress. You know, you got to look around you sometimes. You got to reevaluate your environment and the people that are in your environment. If you're wondering, like, why do I keep experiencing L's in my life? Or why do I experience so much stagnancy in my life? I don't feel like I'm really growing anymore. It could be because of the people around you, okay? But it does seem like you are kind of moving away from some toxic connections, moving into more higher vibrational connections as well. And you're going to notice like things are starting to go really well for you. You know, random blessings are starting to come into your life. You're finally starting to experience that growth and expansion that maybe you've been missing out on. And it's because you finally have the right people around you. Some of you could be traveling during November, taking you a little vacation or something like that. Once again, lots of talk, lots of communication, lots of chatter about you and just the great things that are going on in your life. I heard going the distance. Right? So that could be you going the distance when it comes to your dreams. Some of you are going to be so surprised. I kid you not. Like, I feel like you don't even know the half. You're going to be so surprised by things that like did not work out. You know, in the beginning, you might feel a little down about it. But I'm telling you, as the year progresses, you're going to be like, holy shit. Like, I'm so glad those things didn't work out because look at the way my life is working out now. Going back to that acceptance as your overall energy. You kind of, some of you are having to accept people for who they are. You know, sometimes you can be on that Delulu shit. You have a tendency to see the best in others, okay? I'll just call it that. But sometimes that is to your detriment. Where you have people in your energy that don't need to be there. But I feel like this year you're accepting people for who they are, especially that Knight of Cups in the reverse and that Knave of Coins in the reverse. You're accepting them for who they are, cutting them loose, and in doing so, it's just like the floodgates just start opening up for you. You end the year in your energy in December with Temperance. Come on. Like, this is being in perfect balance, being in perfect harmony. This is that divine protection, your ancestors, your spirits, your guides, angels, whoever it is you believe in, protecting you, guiding you, bringing just fortuitous, is that the word? Circumstances into your life, right? Even things that it's like you couldn't have even thought about that. But your angels, they thought about that. Yeah, fortuitous, happening by accident or chance rather than design. So a lucky chance, fortunate. Something about this is like, I know you guys are the zodiac sign associated with good luck and fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. That's your card too. So the fact that you got both of your cards popping up in the reading, like this is one lucky ass year for you. I'm telling you. Keep in mind, in December, it's holiday season. You might have a tendency to want to overdo it with the drinking and the whatever your vice is. You like to smoke and whatever. Moderation. Everything in moderation with the Temperance card. Okay? Like you're going to be feeling like healed and whole and just in more balance with yourself. This is a really beautiful reading. I love this for you, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and get into this charm. See what we got for my Saggy baby. Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. And let's see what we got for y'all. What's this? It's a little apple. What do they say? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Okay, so some of y'all might be focusing a lot on your health, on your well-being. Ooh. Okay, I'm also getting another interpretation. Snow White, was it like the wicked witch or something that gave her the poisonous apple? So it's something about something being tempting, that like juicy red, like, oh, like I really want that. Going back to the devil. The devil is your temptation, okay? So be mindful. There could be people in your life that are poisonous, point blank, period. They're poison to your aura, poison to your body, your mind, your emotions, poison to your good luck and fortune. So keep that in mind as well. Tempting as they want to be, but still just no good. I just heard rotten. Okay, so these people that came up in the reverse, they are rotten to their core. Like the core of an apple. Some of y'all could be a teacher. Apples make me think of teachers too. And I did say that there could be people looking up to you here this year, especially you coming through as the King of Cups. All right, my love. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this reading here. If this resonated at all, you're looking forward to these energies for this upcoming year, give me a thumbs up. Drop some feedback below in the comments. Let me know which card stood out to you the most. What energy are you looking forward to? Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. I greatly appreciate the support in growing my channel. Look, the more y'all engage with me, the more y'all interact with me, the more the channel grows, the more motivated I feel to offer these readings for you, okay? So with that being said, my loves, I'm going to close it out here. I hope you all have a happy new year and an even better 2026 ahead. Sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.